So today I'm joined by the lovely Karla Price, founder of Klear My Space, the woman who's fast becoming the go-to #1 home organizer in Southeast London. And if you recognize her face, it might be from BBC's Clean It, Fix It, where she rocked up as the expert declutter coach on national TV. No big deal. But before the BBC gigs and incredible business she's built, she actually worked with me one-to-one back when the program wasn't even called Pro Organiser Business Blueprint. At the time, it was called Set Up and Start Your Professional Organising Business, which was quite long-winded. And somehow I was building everyone's websites for them at the time as well, because I had 3 extra arms. Safe to say it has evolved a bit since then. But we are going to talk to Karla now about her journey in brief. This is not going to be a really, really long video, but we're just going to talk to Karla about that and, you know, just a little bit about the program as well. So, Karla, I'm so excited to have you here again. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. It's a glorious sunny day. Yes, I am well. How are you?
I am good, thank you. I am also good, enjoying the sunshine through my office.
Yes, it's lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh. Yes, I am Karla, founder of Klear My Space, and I have had such a pleasure to work with you, not only one-to-one, but also in group setting and group courses, and then most recently in one-to-one coaching as well, which was Jessica, phenomenal. It's honestly transformed my life, and I will just say it was a game changer. So we started, I want to say March, I think it was end of February actually, but March to June, and it was such tailored support, and I was able to see that bigger picture from just those little things. I think one of the things that I didn't realize at the start was actually this wasn't about us doing work together, sitting down, I don't know, making edits on things. This was about doing much deeper work. And when I realized that, that's when things just suddenly changed for me. And tapping changed my life. Do you want to know more about my tapping and how that has transformed not just me, but also my 12-year-old daughter? You need to watch the full video on Amy's YouTube channel or listen on the podcast. Yeah. But yes, it was, I did set up your own professional organizing business. Set up a start.
Something along those.
And within a few days actually of launching Klear My Space, and I have a folder with all my notes now that, you know, Amy gives comprehensive notes, and she was able to help me because I knew I wanted to start this business, but how do you start a business? Like, that's not something that comes naturally if you aren't a business owner, entrepreneur. So she provided all of the details, which I then went to the library, which I annotated and used to help me set my business up. And I give so much credit to Amy. I have recommended Amy to so many professional organizers through working together, from courses I've taken that, you know, I'm like, you need to go and see Amy, because, you know, even colleagues who aren't professional organizers, because I just know that she has this, I'm talking about you like you're not even on the screen. Amy has this way of just making you think about your life and what you want in your life. And yeah, I've changed so much, particularly in the last 3 months.
Yeah, amazing. And you totally have, like, your confidence definitely over the last, like, since we've been working together is just amazing. I'm so proud of you. I literally, like, I can't believe it. But you've listened to, like, everything I've said, and you've really taken everything on board, and, like, you're so committed to success and really making this as good as you can get it, right? And really create the life that you want and the dream life. And, you know, it's not even just about, like, you know, someone giving you some work and saying do it. It's about actually, you know, taking responsibility and doing it. And, you know, not everyone does that, Karla. Like, not everyone actually commits to it, you know. And so it's, you get out of life, you know, what you take, or whatever the saying is, don't you? But with the program, which is now called Pro Organiser Business Blueprint, and it's actually a lot bigger than it was when you first did it as well. It was only 4 weeks initially when we did it together, and oh my God, the amount of stuff that's been added to it. And you've actually seen the newer version, haven't you? And it's like wild. But there's everything that you need to set up your business in the right way, but also how to make it profitable rather than just a basic setup, which, you know, there are sort of some other kind of courses that do teach you a bit about business, but they are very basic. But there's also things that can help you going forward later in your business that you don't necessarily need to do within the 8-week group program, because I really want to help everyone make the most success as possible. So there's things like blogging and repurposing content and things like that you don't need to focus on to set your business up, but that's like included. So yeah, it is very comprehensive. And you know, you took so many notes each week, and you really did work. So yeah, like A-star student. And the thing is, it's like, that's why you have the results that you have now, because you've actually done the work. It's not just a case of reading something or listening to someone and then doing nothing. It's actually taking action then on what you're doing and committing. And yeah, that's why you're doing so well, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Amy. It's often hard to take these compliments, isn't it?
I know.
But
Like taking compliments. You should. Because you
yeah,
are amazing.
that's absolutely true. And yes, there are sometimes I'm like, oh, Amy, can we just, I don't know, write this document together? But actually, you provide the tools. You're like, right, this is a template. This is how, I would go about doing it. You go away and do it. And that has actually been the best thing that you could do, because I'm so much more business savvy. I've got such better knowledge of how to construct email sales pages, knowing who my ideal client is, how to get into their head, all these tips and tricks that you have taught me. And that is because you've made sure that I've done that work myself. So yes, that's also been great. So just so you know, you've got to do the work, but you will reap the rewards if you follow Amy's guidance. And also, you are my biggest cheerleader. That's what I love, right? That, sometimes it can be so lonely working on, no, not sometimes, it can be lonely working on your own, and knowing that there's someone there who understands your challenges, who, there's never a time that I've asked you a question and where, something about, how I'm feeling in the business, or, maybe a client situation where you can't give me an answer. You might come back with even more information, but you've always got that fountain of knowledge there to draw upon, which has also, always been so beneficial. And definitely, every session I come away just, so inspired.
Good, thank you. And it is, like you said, it's not, I think with coaching, it's very much not like a tech tutorial or something like that, is it? It's very much deeper work, but it's also things like, like you said, if you're having trouble with knowing how to respond to a client situation, or to know what to do in a certain situation, like that is the stuff that is really valuable, because it like you said, it can be very lonely, but also just to have that, am I doing the right thing? Or, when it comes to pricing, for example, as business owners in general, and definitely you've struggled with this, and I have in the past as well, with pricing, and also especially as women, we tend to massively devalue ourselves, and we don't actually charge our worth. And actually, I know you've increased your prices since working together. I know when you very first started, you were very like, oh, about the pricing then. And it's like the energy work that you have to do around increasing your prices. But ultimately, you are providing people as a professional organizer with an incredible transformation. And it's not just the physical doing of the stuff. It's not just your time. You are changing their life. Like, you're saving them money going forward. You're saving them time. You're helping to make their relationships better. It's so many things. And yeah, so that has all, really comes into it as well, doesn't it, with coaching?
And also, it's a tough love that you dish out. You need to be strong to take it, but not strong, but you know what I mean. But you need to hear that, because, often in client sessions, you can't always tell a client what you're thinking that will help them. But as a coach, you're able to, like, Karla, why did you do that? Like, come on. Like, seriously? Don't do that again. And sometimes I need to hear that, right? Because, I'm wasting money, I'm spending time. I've changed the way that I do consultations, for example, initially, which now I'm like, why did I even do that in the first place? But often it's having that fresh pair of eyes, which I tell my clients when I go in the house, Like that's what
Yeah.
you do for me, right? You know, that fresh pair of eyes is like, Carla, no, that doesn't make any sense. And then I'm like, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But that's 100%. It's like a coach is there to help you with a transformation. It's to help you on your journey. And that doesn't always mean roses, right? Like that, I help you to do the hard things that are hard. And so you have that support. And I would frankly be a shit coach if I was like, yeah, you can go and do that. That's fine. Yeah, you do that. That's fine. Yeah. You know, I'll never force anyone to do anything, but I will like say, you know, this is really what you want to try and be doing, or this is really
Yeah.
what you shouldn't be doing, or, you know, and also,
No, I was going to say, or sometimes I'll say, oh, I'll do this on this day. And your face already is like, no, you need to do that earlier.
yeah, 100%. And it's also about helping you to make decisions based on your actual goals, because very often, again, as business owners, and even just as people, like we say that we have these goals, but actually the actions that we're taking are not going to get us to that goal. And so it's really thinking of a different way, or, you know, a different route, or I don't know, let's say it's a service or a product that you want to add to your business. We really think about, well, actually, what are your goals? So let's say, what are your financial goals? Okay, well, if you start this offer, that isn't going to get you to that financial goal. Or yes, you can absolutely do that, but let's do this one first, because then you're going to have the capacity to do this one, right? It's all about that, isn't it? And that's the stuff that on your own, without having that support, and the support of someone that has already done the things that you're trying to do as well, importantly. You know, I have a coach, right? Like I think all good coaches should have coaches, right? Like I have a coach, and she's at a higher level than me. She's been going for like 30 years and she's run multiple businesses. Like, so she's done something different from me. It's essentially fast tracking you and helping you to avoid unnecessary mistakes, right? And get you there quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what drove me to invest again. You know, I've done multiple courses with you, and it's about investing in the business because I want to show up bigger and better for my clients and also for myself. And sometimes I get to a point in my journey where I think actually I need that support. And I think often people say, well, actually, I can't spend the money because I don't have it. But
Yeah.
what I've learned, as you can testify, is that I have what, 6 times my income, right? So
Revenue since working together. It's just amazing. Honestly, like so proud of you. And you've done the work, but I've just helped you to for you to make it happen, right? To have like, and the confidence and whatever, like that's it. And it's that investment. I was exactly the same with my coach when I first started working with her, and my coach charges a lot more than I do. And I was like, I don't have 9 grand to spend on a coach. Like, what the hell? We need to change the mindset of what is this costing me into how much money is this going to make me, right? Because that's it, the value. You'll continue to make this money and more from everything that you've learned. And, you know, yeah, but that was the same as me. It's like, oh my God, 9 grand, where the hell am I going to get that from? And then when I worked on my mindset, I was like, right, no, I'm going to make so much more money. I was the same, like I quadrupled my revenue. You know, it's sometimes just taking that leap, trusting the process, but it's also, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if this felt the same for you, but it's almost the trust in yourself, knowing that you're going to show up for it. You're going to show up for the investment that you've put in.
well, I guess that's also you helping me to get to that stage where I can trust myself because I guess, yeah, there was that low confidence where, you know, I'm confident when I go into the job, but
Yeah.
sometimes I would do 2 hours extra and not charge, you know, things like that. And I guess I had to get to a stage where also I trust you so much, Amy, that I could be honest with you about some of the things that I was doing that you could then correct me on, because I think there's also that trust element that you have to get to as well, where with someone, you know, every coaching session, we always talk about what's in my bank balance, right? Like I literally open my month, I'm like, this is how much it is. So, you know, and that's something that you can't really take for granted, right? To build that relationship with someone as well.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Because it is a lot. Like having a coach, I mean, it's a bit like a therapist, to be fair, isn't it? Like, I mean, not some of the things, but you know, a lot of it, like quite often in coaching sessions, like people will cry, you know, like I've ugly cried in my own coaching sessions so many times. In fact, hilariously, I realized earlier that I've actually cried more in coaching than I have in therapy, which is so funny. But it is because you have to become the type of person who can achieve what you want to achieve. And that involves serious growth. And that growth can feel hard. Sometimes the emotion happens as well because you feel safe, right? To tell that person. And like you said, that's absolutely the trust, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd get my notebook out and right before the meeting and always think, what are the things, what do I want to achieve from this meeting? And how can Amy help me? Because I know that whatever it is that I throw at her, she's going to be able to come back with something that is going to support that goal that I want to achieve.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not like coaching is not like ticking off a list. It's not like doing a task and ticking it off, like kind of more like a course or like a group program, as like with the Pro Organiser Business Blueprint, you're very much, okay, tick, 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 let's do this. And you've got like the tech tutorials and all of those things. But yeah, coaching is very different. It's higher level, right? It's just higher level.
There are things that in our coaching session, like, okay, I need to do this and do that. And as you know, I'd get to the next session like, oh, Amy, I don't do this. But on my flight back from holiday recently, I did make a long list of all the tasks that I haven't done so that I have that accountability and I can then start to take those things off. So that was also a really great exercise as well, that to just reflect on all of our coaching sessions and see the progress that we have made together.
Yeah, totally. I bet it was good. It's so nice to just look back and see everything that you've achieved and, where you came from to where you are now. Amazing. And Karla, you did just very briefly just touching on your Instagram, because your Instagram is so good. Like, everyone knows you. The minute I ever say like Karla or like the blue and yellow, like, yes, that's her. Like, I love her. Like, it's so funny. Everyone just knows you. And you did, obviously, the branding we kind of spoke about, didn't we, in the original, the course that you did with me originally. Yeah. And that's covered in the blueprint. But your Instagram, you did, I ran the live Instagram course, Get Visible, Get Clients, and you did that as well with me, didn't you? Was it a year, maybe?
A year ago, and so much so that I then went back and did the course again because, we want to always, actually, the reason I did it again was more because I knew that you'd be adding even more content to it. And I need to get over that because I want to keep growing. So yes, I did it twice. And again, I printed everything out and I still to today will refer to some things because it's never just one course, right? Like this is something that is like literally like a Bible. You reference it and you go back to it and remind yourself of the things that will help you to help your community. And yes, I have an amazing Klear My Space community who are always in my DMs and who always compliment my blue and yellow, which is inspired by my Barbadian roots.
Yes. No, I love it. I love it. And that's the thing as well with everything that I offer, like the courses and programs, I always offer lifetime access because I think it's so important, just to be able to come back and redo things and go into more detail. And a lot of course providers don't offer lifetime access. So I think I know you and so many of my other students, course alumni, clients find that really, really useful.
Because also your lifetime access, what you do, you might go back and tweak a template, right? So the template that I got 6 months ago in the course might be updated. So yes, that's really, really helpful. And or sometimes I don't have time to do something at that certain point of the course, and then I go back and I do it later, which is really helped the growth in business. And again, when you grow the business, you then help more people.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Amazing. And so, Karla, you are fully booked. I can't remember how many months in advance, but I want to say at least 2 months in advance right now. Is that Yeah, amazing.
Wild. Like, you know what is really funny? Like, I would watch your stories, Amy, and be like, oh, I'm fully booked. And I could never comprehend that concept. And now I'm there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm fully booked to the point that we had to struggle to get this meeting in. I had a client in the morning and I was like, right, I need to finish at this time because I need to run home to get on this call with Amy. And that is down to you, right? You're like, no, you need to be booking in advance, Karla, and doing that work to become fully booked, to get all those referrals. Like most of my clients are actually referrals, word of mouth, or they're repeat clients. They told me about those 24-hour packages. I've got clients who are booking 24-hour packages on repeat. Like, because I used to think, oh, who's going to be able to afford a 24-hour package? And then everyone's kind of, oh, can I have another 24 hours, please? Because they're seeing the worth of it. So yes, and also teaching me to keep telling myself I'm the number one home organizer in Southeast London. And saying that to myself has made me attract local clients. Amy, like clients 5 minutes walk, like that is talking home.
I literally remember when I first said about this, when we were in one of our coaching sessions and we were talking about positioning specifically, and I mentioned that, and you were like, "No, like what? Like I can't remember exactly what you said, but you were like, I think you looked like I was like talking Asian or something, and you were like, no way, and I was like, just do it, like just do it, Karla. And now that's it, and now you've got it everywhere, website, and just that's what you are, right?
Yeah.
You're embodying it.
You taught me about attracting the right clients, speaking to myself, speaking it into myself, telling myself how amazing I am. And I just keep doing that every single day, writing down what my day should look like, what my goals are going to be. And majority of the time, I'm like, wow, it's
Yeah, it
happening.
happened.
It
Yeah,
happened.
I do it every day. And this is the thing. It's so funny. Like I do all of this stuff, right? And, I speak about this all the time on my channels, but how everyone is like, oh, well, not everyone. Sorry. That's that's exaggeration. But a lot of people tend to think that mindset and, energy work specifically, that's even more weird to a lot of people. They all think it's like really woo woo, but actually, people come to me and they're like, oh, well, what's the secret? How do you do this? And I'm like, it's freaking mindset work. Like it's not BS. It's literally not like, do you really think that as, this is what I say and feel it when people say that to me. It's like, I'm so busy. Do you seriously think that I would waste 5 minutes tapping if I didn't think it was actually strategic? No way. Like, absolutely not. I do not have time to waste in my day. Like, but people are like, oh, but you're like this, you're making this much, or you're this successful. What's the secret? This, do it. But you're telling me you don't want to do it. Do it. Right? Like, that's the secret sauce, guys.
So
But
yeah,
oh,
thank you for sharing that secret with us. And that's what I love. You don't gatekeep. You tell us what works for you. And if you go away and do it, you will start reaping those benefits.
yeah. 100%. And it is, yes, of course, you need strategy in business. You absolutely do. And there's always things that you need to adjust and change and start or stop or whatever. But ultimately, you're going to struggle to get there unless you believe in yourself and you are like ready. You've always got to be doing, every time you put your prices up, every time you launch a new offer, whatever it is, you've got to do the mindset and energy work around it. Otherwise, it's so, so hard. But yeah. Amazing, Karla. Any last words? Or, I mean, we could actually talk for so long, but literally, like, right now I'm saying this because I have 2 minutes on my Google Maps before I have to pick my child up, before I'm going to be late for my pick up, which is why we're like,
we don't want Ottilie waiting for mummy. Because I can imagine she'd be like, Mummy, why are you late?
yeah.
No, just to say, as always, a huge thank you. I mean, we met in person as well in London, which was honestly the best. And to know that someone would take time out of their busy schedule to come and see me in person as well. So yeah, just thank you so much for everything you do, not just for me and the change you make for me, but how you inspire everyone. So thank you, Amy.
Oh, you're so welcome, Karla. Thank you so much. And saying you are such an inspiration. And you say I'm your cheerleader. You are also my cheerleader, and I really appreciate you. So thank you so much. And maybe we'll have to come back on again one day because we have so much more to talk about. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and if you want to join the Pro Organiser Business Blueprint, click the link down below. You need to get on the wait list and then you will get access to sign up. And I would love to have you there. Thank you so much.